All right, everybody, welcome to Backstage at El Mercado. This is a training video of how we set up our little TV portable broadcasting station for the show to broadcast Facebook Live or on Concert Window. And I'm going to walk through it step by step. If you're watching this video and you're making a packing list for me, I sure appreciate that. But there should be everything in a box like this that you need. Everything to set up your little portable TV studio should be ready to go in there. There should be a laminated piece of paper with a packing list of everything you need to run this whole setup. First thing is your plug's going to be over here, and you're going to want to come over here to this table and set up a power strip right down below. Okay, so put the power strip down there, have the table on house left, okay, back about right next to this guitar. This is for setting up this at Backstage at El Mercado, but you can adjust obviously this whole setup to wherever we need to have a setup. So some of the key elements are we've got a laptop, we've got a mixer, which is the hub for where all the sound comes in. You should have a tripod, and there should be an attachment for an iPhone on there. Okay, this whole training video is going to be with an iPhone setup. So you can see we've got this little piece here that screws in, and this whole unit could come off with this little release switch right here, release lever. Okay, so if we need to take the iPhone off and roam around and get different shots. Okay, so we got the iPhone, we got the tripod, we got the laptop, we have the mixer. So as I said, we have the mixer where all the audio comes in. It's our hub where everything comes in and we can control our levels. We also have our interface, which takes the sum of the audio, the audio that's being mixed through this one cable to the iPhone, where it goes out to the broadcast. We've got this little extender. I'll explain everything. I'm just kind of going through what we have. We have the XLR cables, which will carry the signal from the microphones. We have a talk mic on the table here. I'm going to stand up here and do an interview, and this needs to be available where I can just grab it. But the tripod should actually be more over here, okay, or here. Those are the two positions. Right now I'm just charging. So we should have two charging cables for two iPhones. Now this iPhone here is our backup iPhone. It's white. The black iPhone that I'm using to make this video is our primary iPhone because it's got a lot of space. But you've got a backup one in case you need to move to it for some reason, whoever knows. Whatever you need it for, we'll have that. Okay, so I'm following up here on the stage to show you that we have a condenser mic on stage. Right now we're just using one, but at the time that you watch this video, we may have two on-stage mics that we should place up really high on mic stands. As you can see, this one's up high and it's going to capture a lot of the drums, and then we might also have one on the other side of the stage. So we're getting the full capture in mono, by the way. If we're broadcasting on Facebook, it is in mono. If we're broadcasting on Concert Window, it should be in stereo. But this video is going to be a video about doing mono audio, okay? As you can see, this only has one input, so it's mono. So all the audio is being summed to this one left side, okay? So we'll be picking up the show from this position with the tripod. We'll put it here, but we can occasionally take the tripod off because of that long extender cord and move around in different positions on the stage to make an interesting show and get different capture of the show on the stage right there. Okay, so let's go through the different paths of setup, okay? The laptop is going to be primarily for getting the final audio to sound good, because this is where the audio is going to end up and where people in the world, when they log on, where the audio eventually ends up. So we want to do our final level here. We want it to be as hot as possible, but not clipping. As hot as possible, but not clipping. So there should be some headphones. I'm looking for those. Headphones. I think they're up here. Anyway, there should be a pair of headphones or earbuds that you can hook in here so that you can monitor the Facebook feed. So let's go through the signal paths. Okay, we got the on-stage microphone comes through here, and we've got the interview microphone is here, and they're put into the channels right here, the XLR inputs, 1 and 2. So 1 is in this case, talkback microphone or the interview microphone, and this is the on-stage mic. okay? And everything is panned to the left because we're coming out the left side. You see L there of the mixer. So we want everything to be panned. If you notice, these say pan on them. Pan left. We want the EQ to be at 12 o'clock, which would be what we call flat. But it looks like they've done some things here when they were testing it. Okay, so once we have the microphones in, we're going to set this to 12 o'clock, and we're going to test, we're going to calibrate each microphone to the mixer. And the way we do that is we come over here, we press this button in, okay, and then we put this at 12 o'clock, and we leave it, and then we have somebody talk through the microphone, and we're going to adjust the gain knob so that the meter reads at about the yellow here. So when somebody's putting a lot of volume through this, we use this to adjust and cause the meter to come up to about 11 o'clock. And then we'll do the same thing with each mic. Once that's set, we leave it, okay? And then any kind of adjustments are going to be made from either the volume, the individual volume knobs for each channel, or the master volume, which is right here. See the master volume? But in general, we want to kind of leave this too. If we can leave this. That's great. We also have on this interface a input here, which can be adjusted, and in this case I think it's almost turned all the way down. Okay, so that's how we set our levels with the Mackie board. And just to give you an idea of the path, we have the individual microphones coming through here, and all that gets mixed into this one output coming out of the main outs left. That goes, so you've got all your audio coming through this into the interface, which then transmits it to this mini plug, and that goes over here. Now remember, you can stop and start this video if I'm going too fast. This goes up here into the audio jack of the iPhone, okay? This is the power input. So you gotta make sure that's pushed in and snapped in. Make sure all of our inputs and connections here are snapped tight, okay? That needs to be snapped, all these need to be snapped in. Okay, back to the iPhone. So we've got the iPhone here snapped in tight for the audio. And then we're gonna go here, we're gonna open up the Facebook app, log into my account, and there'll be some more information on the video. We'll put it in the description of this video what you're gonna actually put and how to get the Facebook. But you wanna make sure your camera is on the tripod and that it's horizontal. And you're gonna go make sure you're on the internet. If you're at El Mercado, ask Will and he'll tell you which one to hook up to. And so you can see I'm already here on Facebook. I'm gonna go to what's on your mind, and it should be horizontal. Right now it's not adjusting, so when it does this I usually shake it a little bit, okay, to get it to be horizontal. And then we want to go live video. Okay, so I'm going to take it out, see if I can get it to go horizontal. Then I want to check if the orientation button is off. That one right there should be off. Portrait orientation off. So we want to get it. Now if it doesn't go to horizontal, then I'm going to double click out of this and quit the app and restart it. And with it in horizontal position like this. Okay, sorry. Go live. Okay, good. Now that time it worked. It says check your internet connection. So I want to make sure I'm on the right internet connection. And I'm not, so I'm switching to the correct one, which is Office. Switching to Office. And as soon as that says check, then we're good. Go back to the Facebook app. You can click live and make sure you're horizontal. And it should readjust eventually, like that. Good. And then we'll make sure it's public. Right under here where it says Will Taylor, there's a little privacy setting. You want to click that. Make sure that's public. Now it's like freaking out. It's going all over the place. Alright. So you can see now I've got it set on public. Awesome. Not friends, but public. And I go done. And then I make sure that it's horizontal. Put it into the, hold on 1 second, into the holder. So it's hooked in there, ready to go. Press go live. Now there's some things in here for described video. I like to put live with whoever the guest is. So say live with Bob Livingston at Will's Dance Night, Austin, Texas, and then put the date, whatever the date is, last, okay? Now I may have some biographical information to put in there, you know, just ask me ahead of time, and then we're gonna click go live. But I'm gonna change this setting to just be only for me right now because I don't want to broadcast this little training video that I'm doing. So down here it says only me. Go back to done. And it should go back to horizontal, but it's being fussy again. So hold on a second. I put the phone down. Okay, so sometimes I take that out of there and, you know, shake the phone, put it, you know, move it around to go back to horizontal view. So there we go. We got the phone hooked up. We got the audio coming in. We've tested the levels. Again, we set these and forget them. And any kind of audio adjustments we're going to make here, or here, very gradually. But we're going to be listening through our headphones that are hooked in here. We're actually going to get on. As you can see, I go live, and it's going to give me a countdown. And now it's, okay, so now it says we're live, as you can see. So I should be able to go to my Facebook page here and play the video. No, sorry, play the live feed, and make sure that this mute button is off here. Okay, so you can see right now I don't have headphones in, and I can hear that the sound is coming through and it's making its way out onto the internet world. Now we're going to listen through the headphone jack with headphones in here. Make sure that we have a hot signal, as hot as possible, but not clipping, okay? As you can tell right now, this is up pretty loud and it seems pretty low. Okay, so that's our basic workflow, and we're going to do our interview here for the show with the microphone right there. At this spot, we've got the light here that we can turn on and off in the back. There are two switches, 1, 2, 1, 2. Now if we want less light, we can turn one off, okay? And then after we're done with the interview, we're going to turn this light off, and we'll move this camera, make sure you're really careful with all the wires, over to here to shoot the show for the rest of the night. Now we should have somebody manning or personing the computer here for comments that are coming in and making sure that the audio is good. This is the only place that we can know if the audio is clipping or not. And you might have to wait between songs actually to get enough volume to know that. How's it going? But that's how we do it. So let's review the items we have. We have power strip, we have a cable that goes over here, then a power strip. We have the charger for the computer. And again, we're going to make a list for this to be laminated, included in the box. All this is going to be in the box. We've got two iPhone 6 power cables. We've got a Mackie 1202 mixer. We're going to have XLR cables, at least 2 XLR cables. And then we have a mono interface. Okay. We have a 1/4-inch cable. We have a mini extender that comes out of there. And it clips in here really tight. That goes to the phone, into the audio jack. Okay, to the input of the phone. We've got 2 iPhones. Make sure they're charged. Okay. We also have a talkback microphone. Should be an SM57 or SM58. 58 hopefully. We're also going to have one of my microphones up here. What's this? A condenser, at least one condenser, an a Rode NT1A, right there. Mic stand hooked up, put up really high above the band, and we're gonna sound check the band and make sure that our levels on this master with this button pushed in are not ever getting into the red. Now, actually, they could get into the red just a little bit, but we want it to be in the yellow for the most part. All right, that's how we set up our do-it-yourself TV studio and set our levels, get live on the internet, check the audio via headphones into the side here. If you have any questions after you watch this, if you think there's anything I need to add, let me know. This is the version 1 of the Will's World portable TV studio training video. We look forward to working with you soon. Thanks so much for watching this. We'll see you out there.